Hey, honey, it's your dad. Back again to retort to the reply to the retort to the reply. To clarify some things. First and foremost, I miss you so much. Secondly, I neglected to mention in the previous video. Allow me to retort. I had asked you to put on your critical thinking hat. I had asked you to put on your logical thinking hat. I asked you to use your psychology education and bachelor's degree, which is the same degree your dad has, by the way. Very proud of you. What are you doing with it? I'd like to know. Anyway, I asked you to put those hats on. What I forgot to tell you, and then use them to develop your own questions, your own thoughts and things. You may want to ask your mommy. Well, what my dad is saying, why is that, and how and why, and how could he do this if you were doing that? You know, those type of critical thinking questions, honey. Now, I neglected to tell you, those hats never come off, my love. You wear them in your sleep. You always want to use your critical thinking skills in every moment, in every situation, in every second of your life. You always want to be logical, but we're human, so we get emotional. However, we must strive to be logical in our thinking and our approach. It's best for everyone. Those hats never come off. Oh, and the other hat was to not be biased, to be unbiased. The longer we could do that and as frequent as we do that, honey, oh, it gives us such a great perspective on things. Being fair, being honest. Anyway, I say all that to say, if you had not, I'm sure by now, you put your critical thinking hat on right now. Quick. Need it now. Because I need you to hear how your mother talks to me and hear the way she thinks, and it just verifies to any critically thinking person, everything she's saying in 2026 verifies that this is what she's been doing all along. Like, her agenda is for me to not see it. She refuses to address any of the questions or the statements. She just stays in her defensive mode that she's a victim or something. But she won't answer one question. And she makes these comments that show it's just, there's some delusion going on. There's just something not right, and maybe you can opine and use your critical thinking skills. And maybe you'll get some questions. And maybe you'll just respect the fact that despite your dad has been dealing with all of this stuff, he's still here fighting to see you and to be with you and want to look out for you and etc. I've been obstructed is not even a word to describe the obstacles. But I want to address a few things your mom said, which I'd find to be delusional, and frankly I'm find to be appalling. Like, how dare you? And that's pretty much the whole vibe and the whole energy that your mom always gave me. And it left me with a clutch the pearls. I'm appalled. How dare you? Who do you think you're talking to? And why would I possibly go for this type of treatment and this type of disrespect and this type of insanity to want to keep my child away from me? So Your mom writes, instead of showing up and helping your child, you'd rather make YouTube videos questioning my integrity. I'm going to read that again. Your mom writes to me in 2026, the year of our Lord, 2026. Instead of showing up and helping your child, you'd rather make YouTube videos questioning my integrity. This is what she's saying to me. I make YouTube videos. Well, I created this YouTube channel specifically for my daughter. It says it in the description. Because I figured out this would be a way for me to reach my daughter, to get her to reach out to me, to find my daughter, because he blocked me everywhere. And the fact that you still think you did that on your own and you weren't influenced by anything and anyone or any multiple people, groups of people. So I made a YouTube channel to reach out to you. Now I put some fun stuff on there. Memories of us just throughout your life. Thank God for cameras and videos, or there'd be no proof of life here. I'd literally be dead. But no, we have video, we have photo, we have documentation, we have everything. We have historical facts on our side over here. And as I've stated before, and I'll state it again, feelings don't change facts, but facts will change feelings. I made a YouTube channel because I blocked everywhere else. And your mother writes, instead of showing up and helping your child. Now, the last time I showed up there, a few years ago, I think you were home. It was your first time home from school, and I was so happy and so excited. I hadn't seen you. So I went to the Nike outlet in Elizabeth, drove out there at the seaport, and then from there, a few stops. But I had things I've been accumulating for months. Anytime I see something, I say, oh, I'm getting that for Kiara. And then I would send you packages. But since you were back, I was just hoping to see you, like a normal dad. So I said, I'm gonna go out there and just bring this to Kiara, and I'm gonna pick her up found you some really nice kicks and nice Nikes, and you had Nike since you were a baby. Have pictures of all of that. Anyway, my love. And I drive to the house and my heart is beating because, as your mother also stated in her message, I have a restraining order against you, Robert. Yes, you do. Which is more evidence of that's a weapon you use to keep me away. Why you feel you need that? Why did you feel you need that? You used it as a tactic and as a ploy. But what the judge explained to me and what I've came to learn, is that it actually protects me more than it protects you. Because I'm not a threat to you, but every time we were doing an exchange or any time it was anything, here you go, jumping up and down, screaming I did something to you and having me arrested. So the restraining order actually protects me. It's just very, very petty of you and very, very, you talk about things I have done to you. You have a restraining order on the father of your child just to keep me away from you and her. I don't want to be with you, but I want to see my daughter. Anyway, I digress. So, I got all of this stuff in a big bag, and I pull up, I leave the car running, and I just go to the door real quick. My heart's beating. And I leave the package on your front door. Get in the car and go.